Never go to a workout fasted. Please, please, never go to a workout fasted. Even just have a banana before you get to the gym. You feel so much stronger. Hello, beautiful humans. Welcome back to Selfdom. Today is our 99th episode. Oh my gosh. This just means so much to me. I remember the first day I recorded my podcast, I was sitting in my apartment. I was single at the time. I set up the camera and I started recording. And yeah, just to see how much has changed in my life from the pod. Yeah, it's just mind blowing. And what's changed the most for me is that every single week I'm learning from people. Every single week I'm writing notes on growth, self-development. It has really been the catalyst for becoming my best self. And it's the content that I love absorbing the most. I think I listen to at least 3 episodes a day, which is quite wild. I always have podcasts playing, but I just feel so grateful that I can create meaningful content through this platform and share insight through my amazing guests and through the solo. So thank you all so much for the support. I'm beyond grateful. We did this shoot. I know I spoke about it last week, but we have done it now. And I'm so excited to share it with you. The 100th episode rebrand will all start coming out in December and January. But yeah, I just think it's going to elevate the brand and allow it to be how I always envisioned it to be. As we won't have the podcast for December, we will be having a little reset, commitment, something to help keep you accountable with your health and wellness goals during the crazy time of December on the Selfdom Instagram. So if you're not on that, make sure you follow us. We are going to be sharing every single day a little wellness tip or hack. I'd love for you guys to follow along. I would love for you guys to share what you're getting up to. And it's just going back to this idea that wellness isn't about spending all this money and looking a certain way. It is really about how you feel. The wellness industry is literally valued at over $6 billion. And I think sometimes we could get so consumed by the fancy supplements and the IVs and the this and the that. But this whole month of December is just about doing things that are pretty much free, that are going to give you that you time and allow you to feel your best for the end of the year and to bring on 2026 feeling motivated, inspired, and ready to go. A little life update from me is I am going to Bali with Tom's family in less than 3 weeks now. I'm so excited. I said to Tom, I'm taking a little tote bag with 1 swimmer, 1 active wear, and 1 casual dress and flip-flops and sneakers. I don't want to wear makeup. I just want to be free for a week. And I think one thing that I struggle with myself is being in the influencing space. It's so hard to split up a holiday and work. They really do overlap when you share your life. So I will be properly offline for 7 days. So if you don't hear from me, everything's okay. I am just taking some time to just calm my nervous system and just really reset. So I'm super excited. And with that, I'm going to go into today's episode, which is a Q&A because there were so many good questions. So this is almost a part 2 from last week. I thought I would end this era of 2025 with a solo episode. So let's jump straight in. What's your morning routine, time schedule before starting to work? Firstly, thank you so much for your question. My morning routines always start the same. I naturally wake up around 5:30, 6 a.m. So I try not to have alarm. Obviously, if I have a shoot or walk club or something that I have to be there on time, I will set an alarm, but I try not to because when I set an alarm, I get really stressed for some reason the night before and it really impacts my sleep. But I tend to always wake up super early. This morning I was up at 5:15. The sun is rising earlier now. First thing I do is I go straight to the kitchen and I make myself electrolytes. If you think about it, you haven't had any water for 8 hours. So the first thing I do is hydrate. So I have a big cup of water with my electrolytes. And then I go to the couch where the sun rises in front of my eyes and I do a meditation and then I do my gratitude journal. I then get up and go to the kitchen. I make my high protein breakfast. I've been loving smoothies at the moment. I think because it's so hot, I don't really feel like, a heavy savory breakfast. So I've been having a smoothie and I've been cracking an egg in it because I need to have eggs every single day. It's such an easy way to get the eggs in. Can't even taste it. Some people think this is crazy and they don't think it's healthy. Look, for me personally, I really like this habit and they're organic eggs. They're the best quality. I'm surviving. I'm here to tell the tale. So I have my raw egg in my smoothie. I then walk to Tin Pin with Crumble and I'll get my matcha and we'll go for a walk and get my steps and my movement in. I listen to a podcast and then I'm home before 8 a.m. And if I have time, I'll do a workout. If not, I get straight into my work. I'm always at the lappy by 9 a.m. and getting it done. The one thing that I really appreciate about running my own business and having my own schedule is if I feel like I'm in a bit of a lull and I need that extra time, I do give it to myself. But because I get up so early, I really get a lot done before 9 a.m. If I have a shoot, for example, like yesterday, I had a shoot where the call time was 5:30 in the morning. My non-negotiables are my meditation, my gratitude, breakfast, and matcha. And then I'll get my movement in later in the day. I really feel that my mornings now are a lot slower. I'm not rushing to a workout or rushing anywhere. It's literally about calming my nervous system down, putting on my armor, which is my gratitude, to be positive, to attract abundance before the day gets the better of me. So yeah, that's my morning routine at the moment. Okay, this one was a goodie. How to focus on whole food diet. I'm stuck in a headspace of eating low calorie style foods. Girl, I was you. I loved any little snack bar that said low calorie on it. I didn't even look what was in the food. Let me tell you, you will reach your goals by eating a whole food diet. Foods that don't have an ingredients list are the best foods for you. That is the easiest rule to follow. Low calorie foods are often filled with fillers and additives. Those things bloat you and will make you feel not your best. You're going to have brain fog. You are not going to have high energy. Your skin may break out from the chemicals and whatever else is in your food. Whole food diets will change your life. If you're trying to lose weight, focus on high protein. High protein satiates you. Do not be scared to have 3 eggs and cottage cheese or a piece of seeded loaf, whatever it is, to get to that 30 grams of protein. When you hit that 30 grams of protein, you are satiated to your next meal. You're not going to crash. You're not going to go for little snacks in between. I was actually recently reading an article about Ozempic, and I know that this is really a hot topic right now. This article was saying that having a high protein diet has similar effects to Ozempic in the sense that it satiates you. It stabilizes your blood sugar, so you're going to have less cravings. And it also triggers the GLP-1 naturally in our body. This is the satiety hormone, so you're going to feel full. I hope this is really persuading you to focus on protein, not for the little snack bars and the little low-calorie things. Have mincemeat, have chicken breast. You are not going to feel like more when you hit 30 grams. And if you do feel like more, have more protein. It will really, really satiate you. The reason I'm comparing it to Ozempic right now is that this question is about weight loss. And I think that people are so scared to eat more. But often when you eat more, you are able to hit your goals because you're not walking around low energy. On a side note, I've really started to up my protein in the morning. I am feeling so freaking strong in my workouts. Oh my God. Girls, never go to a workout fasted. Please, please, never go to a workout fasted. Even just have a banana before you get to the gym. You feel so much stronger. That's a hot take, but promise me, girls, You do not need to starve yourself. Satiate yourself and you'll hit those goals. You're going to feel so good. You're going to feel lean. You're going to change your body composition. Diet is everything. But going on from this, I live by the 80-20 rule. So 20% of the time, I do not mind whatever it is. We were just in Melbourne, Morel and I, and we were having pizza and eating whatever we wanted. Obviously, it was gluten and dairy free, but I wasn't focusing on my macros. But 80% of the time, I am really tuned into my macros, making sure I am hitting those targets that I have for my specific needs and my specific goals. I need to say that for a lot of my life, I was like 99, 100. 99% of the time, I was so strict with maybe a 1% leeway. And then I would obviously drink alcohol, which wasn't very good. But life is so much more than that. Even last night, Tom and I went and just got an ice cream, like on a random Tuesday night. It's just so nice to share food moments with your friends, and we shouldn't take it too seriously. But if you have these goals, you want to lose weight, you want to tone up, whatever it is, high protein. That's all I can say. It's a bit of a long-winded answer. But to summarize, focus on protein, let go of anything with an ingredients list, eat on the outskirts of the supermarket, and you will feel so good and look your freaking best. Your top 3 non-negotiables that make a difference. You do them daily, no matter where you are. I've kind of touched on these, but I'm going to say them as a top 3 so it's super clear. My number 1, journaling, gratitude journaling. You girls hear me talking about it all the time, but it is life-changing. We also have our big 20% off sale site-wide at the moment. So if you don't have a gratitude journal, it's the perfect time to end your year right and start 2026 right. But gratitude journaling changed my life. No matter where I am, what time it is, who I'm with, that is a non-negotiable. Second is steps. Steps are incredible. You're outside, you're in nature, maybe you're listening to a podcast and you just feel so much better. I aim for 10,000 to 15,000 steps a day. Obviously, that seems like a lot to some people, but I am lucky. I can go for a walk with my phone and have a meeting like that. I rarely try to do meetings that are over Zoom with camera because I think I could be habit stacking a walk. And I get my steps in. It's a non-negotiable. We walk crumble after dinner. It's something that has really transformed my health. Something so simple is steps. And my last non-negotiable is a high protein diet. So even if I'm traveling, my meals are really based around protein. And I find that most places are okay with you, making your own meal or sides. That's why I love going out for breakfast. I can just get my eggs and my salmon and make sure I'm hitting those targets because, oh my God, if I do not have a high protein diet, I have a yo-yo. And that is not good for anybody in a near circle around me. I need to hit those protein goals. Those are my top 3. Okay, this one is about how do you know if they are the one? Personally, I think it takes a minimum of 1 year to know if that person is the one. Because in a year's time, you can go through some highs and lows, and you have to go through those lows. You have to go through something, see if you can get through it. That's what happened with Tom and I. It took me a year to be sure about him. We went through some hard times, and those hard times made us 10 times stronger. Our communication so much better. So I think it does take a little bit of time to know if they are the one. Another way to know is to go offline together. Go offline. Don't compare yourself to other people. Another reason I think going offline is so important is you're not just posting someone to show that you're with someone. You're completely present. How do they make you feel? Having that time together offline is so crucial. And it's something you actively have to set time to do because otherwise you won't do it. You're going to sit on the couch, be on your phone. And yeah, I just think we really need to go back to basics. This will really help clear your mind as well if you're unsure. Another way you can find out if they are the one is to do a few journaling prompts. So I've written a few down here. Write these down. Do you feel safe? Do you communicate well? Do you feel loved? Do my family and friends love him? These are just a few examples of prompts that you can use to reflect on your relationship. The whole idea of knowing if they are the one is just about going inside and listening to that inner voice and listening to you, not your friends, not your family, not the social norms. How to heal following a breakup. I'm 1 month post-breakup and I'm in the trenches. Okay, my love. We are here for you as a community. Come down to Walk Club or message in our WhatsApp group if you feel alone. First of all, we are here for you. This is your moment though. Like, this is your moment. Nothing makes a woman grow more than going through a breakup. So just remember that you're going to look back on this experience and be like, it all makes sense. I really recommend you get out and do things. Go to that Pilates class or that meditation class. Really work on becoming the best version of you, that 2.0. It's also December. No, it's not December yet. Oh, will be actually when this episode launches. It's nearly December, or it is December. So create that vision board. Who do you want in your life? What do you want to attract? And really live into this. You don't have a man right now to impress or to take up your time. This is your moment. And the last little tip is to journal. Okay. Journaling has been scientifically proven to rewire your brain to see the good in the world. When you practice gratitude, you release serotonin and dopamine. This is going to help with the heartbreak. This is going to help you connect back to you and what you do have, not what you don't have. You're better off without that guy. You have more time for you and your girls. What an amazing experience. Obviously, right now, it doesn't feel that easy, but I have been through it and it is a universal experience, heartbreak. You will get through it and you will be stronger on the other end. I'm sending you so much love. How do you learn to trust yourself and your gut when making big decisions? So your gut feeling is directly influenced by the health of your gut microbiome. So to get a little bit factual here, if you feel like you can't trust your gut, you might actually have an inflamed gut. So I would go see a naturopath and really work on inflammation and anything like that. If your gut feels inflamed, often you're not able to connect to that gut feeling of something not being right because it all just feels not right, if you know what I mean. When you have gut imbalances, you can feel anxious all the time. You can feel overwhelmed. You might overthink all the time. So this makes it harder to hear your inner voice. When your gut is healthy, you're going to feel more calm, more grounded, and your yes and no signals become a lot more clear. I have a lot of episodes on gut health on this podcast. So while we're away in December, it's a really good time to go back and listen to old episodes. But yes, I really encourage you to see a naturopath and get professional help on your gut. Now let's get a little bit more into the mindset tips. So I talk about it all the time, guys. This is why I created the self journal, which is your line journal. It is to just write down whatever you need to, let it out. This is going to help connect you to your intuition. And it's something we've been speaking a lot about in Selfdom meetings is the inability to trust your intuition or to trust your gut. So I actually loved this question and it just really showed that this is not something that everyone can do. But the more you practice and actively try to connect to self, the easier it becomes. So really focus on journaling every day. The Artist's Way is an amazing book to connect you back to self. So read that book. Over the years, I actually have become so in tune with my gut feelings. I am so in tune. And it has come from healing my gut, journaling, and being in silence. So meditation, just listening to that voice. When a big decision comes into your orbit, sit down in silence. Don't message your friends straight away and get their opinion. Why do we all do that? We have to get everyone else's opinion. Even with small things like posting an Instagram photo, we ask all our friends. Don't worry about it. So if a big decision comes into your life, just sit in silence for a few minutes and see what comes up. And if you feel anxious about it, maybe it's no. Or if you feel anxious about it, maybe it's a yes because it's going to be difficult and it's going to help you grow. So those are my tips when it comes to listening to your gut. Okay, last question. What are your favorite fashion brands and thoughts of designer clothes and bags? Okay, I wanted to answer this question because I don't often speak about fashion stuff on this pod, but leaning into 2026, I do want to do a few more episodes with stylists or fashion entrepreneurs because I think that fashion is such a way to express yourself. It is something that is a huge part of my life. I love fashion so much. So I'm going to start with my favorite fashion brands. I love St. Agni. I think if I had one wardrobe, from one brand, it would be St. Agni. Christopher Esber for going out. Obviously, I love Jacquemus. I love Camilla and Mark. I love Faithful. They do such cute dresses. Dish do such cute dresses. And I love With Jean. They're the ones that just come top of mind that I absolutely adore. One reason I wanted to talk about this is that when you look good, you feel really confident and it attracts a lot into your life. For so long as an entrepreneur, I would sit in my pajamas and work from home, which is all well and good, and I still do it sometimes. But the change in your productivity when you get dressed up in a fit that you love, put on a pair of earrings, do your hair, maybe put a lip liner on and some brow gel, wow. It's day and night. You sit at a cafe with your laptop and you get it done. I don't know. I just think it's something we don't speak about a lot in the wellness space. They feel like two different sides of the coin. And I actually got advice from someone once to separate. They were like, you should have a separate Instagram for wellness and another Instagram for fashion. But I'm here for the girls who love both. I think there's enough of us. We love both. We love the beautiful things in life. We love to feel good about ourselves and to get dressed up and to hang out with our friends. I think that is a big part of wellness because it's the social aspect and feeling confident. So yeah, I adore fashion. And then when it comes to designer pieces, I love designer bags. I've recently been getting really into my vintage. Oh my God, my bestie Morale has been taking me to all the spots and I have been loving it. It's a lot more affordable than buying new designer pieces and it's a lot more sustainable. So going to a spot like Swap is really, really cool. They have a lot of beautiful pieces. And then around Paddington and Newtown, there's just some great spots. And obviously Melbourne has incredible vintage stuff. So I do love designer pieces. I think you wear them to death. I got Gucci ballet flats for my half marathon birthday present from Tom. I wear them pretty much every single week. Cost for wear is so good. Whilst if you bought cheaper ones, maybe they wouldn't last as long. So look, I think you have to live within your means. I think there is something really nice in investing in a piece and looking after it. And I think that feeling your best, whether you're wearing Zara or you're wearing a higher end brand, it doesn't matter. As long as you feel confident in what you're wearing, that's the most important part. So yeah, that was a little Q&A with me. Thank you so much for tuning in. We will be back in January with a new look of the pod. It will be the same energy, the same vibe, just with a little bit more structure because I have been winging it, let me tell you, this whole time. I like to think of it as the connection of Goop meets Vogue. So stay tuned, guys. And if you guys have dream guests that you want on the podcast, write it in the comments. I'm going to try get the best possible people I can, but the only way I can get them on is if you guys share this podcast, subscribe, like. It means the world to me. This is my little baby. This is my passion project. And yeah, the support really means the world. Have a beautiful holiday season. Happy, happy new year. And I will see you on the Selfdom account for our little reset commitment together. I can't wait to show you what we've been working on. I'll see you all at Walk Club or if not in the new year. Bye.